Rancor's Brothel presents The Big Sleep. A Cthulhu Mythos 5e adventure.
It appears if they were heading anywhere, it would be south toward Vax, which is the next area between here and Okodar, if you look at the map.
Yeah.
Which I'll share that map here in a minute.
Where we are.
Did I already share that map with the roads on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, but I'm looking at the bigger map.
Oh, gotcha.
And what's the coda? Or
I'll have to...
It's like it's westerly, but northwest of where you're at now. Vax is directly between like 30 or 40 miles from here.
I don't have that city.
Let me see. I don't remember if I shared the map with the actual roads on it or not.
You did. Well...
Did I show you that map? With actual roads and the distances?
Yeah.
yeah.
Although it's much smaller.
Yeah, that might be just zoomed in.
Well, it is just a photograph, so.
No, but I mean, it's zoomed in. Like, it's truncated.
Oh, I made.
So we only have from Vax to Falno?
I think I only gave you part of it because that was the side of the map you were headed.
Yeah.
Let me photograph the whole map real quick. Yeah, I took a side. Well, it's a wide map. So it's 40 miles up to Vax, and then another 35 to Saratod, which is more of a village, and then Okodar will be the next town.
And they're heading to Okodar.
They just devoured Okodar.
Oh,
so
okay, and they're heading to
It appeared
Vax.
as if they were heading toward Vax.
Gotcha, okay.
Which is on the way to Gorsnicek.
Dude made some good time.
What were you saying about Lawrenceburg?
It's not on this map.
I know it's not on this map.
Because it's way up in the mountains past the high road. You got to take the high road to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
And that dude was there last night?
He wasn't in Lawrenceburg, no.
You said Lawrenceburg at some point.
That's one of the other kingdoms, I believe.
Right. It's the capital of the other kingdom.
Yeah.
So I'm understanding why that was name checked.
Because she was talking about the other rulers, and you were asking him what the names of those places were a minute ago.
Oh.
Because there's the Empress of Danton, and then there's the other kingdom that has yet to be discovered by you.
It's been discovered. You gave us a map.
You haven't been there, is what I mean. Where are we? She says, then we'll have to muster our troops. As many as we can. We'll head to Vax. We'll meet them there. Does that seem like a feasible plan to you? She kind of looks around the table. Well, there's no table, but looks around the map.
Say that again, sorry.
Said we'll muster our troops and head to Vax. We'll meet them there.
So much better.
Nice.
Totally not pixelated.
You can read it.
Clear as
Solid.
mud.
Yeah.
It's upside down.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, Lucas.
Bottom of the TV's here.
Correct. I made it so the players can read it.
Uh-huh.
Are we seeing... I probably need to resize that just a tad. Hold on.
So we're there.
You can find it.
It's there.
You guys need to go here.
Well, just making sure
Evil's here.
Can't quite see what all's being displayed. Everything's in that image now?
It should be.
It's good enough.
I mean, all that we're concerned with, at least.
I really want to start using this for DG too. Throw shit up like this.
Yeah.
Not that they would get here anytime soon, but should we send a raven or whatever to Lawrenceburg? I mean, there's a very likelihood if they were already here that they sent a faction that direction.
Yeah, because we're where?
We're here.
Check. And what fell last night?
This place.
Here.
So he traveled that far, and it
He's
took us like
traveling
6
here.
weeks.
Yeah, and we came from essentially right top.
Yeah.
This is
Well, I meant beforehand. Like,
oh yeah,
Hradivaz. Like,
Hradivaz.
at
To
the-
Vormittenhorn, down to Ghoul, Ghoul, and then you guys traveled down.
But where is Lawrenceburg? It's way
Way
there.
the fuck out there,
Over
past
here.
another mountain range. You have to take the high road through the mountains to get there.
And why do we care about Lawrenceburg?
I swear, like
It's
Troy
the
did.
third
That
kingdom.
I swear,
Oh,
like,
okay.
I swear that just like Troy said that, like he name checked it like something happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
No, he had. We were talking about the other kingdoms, and that's why.
Oh, okay.
That's why I
We're here.
mentioned it.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I just the same reaction that Troy had, where I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like maybe it's problematic, but
Like, essentially, see where those mountains are right there?
Yeah.
Like, just inside those mountains.
and where is Sathagwa asleep at?
Right there.
Kodar.
Okodar.
Okodar.
Or was.
And it takes us how many weeks of travel to get there?
Not that long. I don't remember if it says in here how long it takes.
Let's try to get a
Slow-
timeline.
Does it show you on there? There's something about slow pace, normal pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it give you the miles, slow pace, normal pace? So 24 miles and it was a normal pace? Is that right?
Yeah.
You think so,
14.
yeah.
I can't read it from here. 14
It's
or
24 because I think 18 is
so at a normal
slow.
pace, 24. So you're
30 for fast.
It's 2 days travel
So
from here
increments of 6, yeah.
to Vax, roughly.
So the numbers are miles.
Yes.
But even so 24, so 40, 75, essentially another 30, 105 basically. So Okodar's at least 4 days out.
That depends on how fast he and his horde are moving, but yes.
Yeah.
Right, but what I'm saying is taking advantage of a sleeping frog is probably not likely. Although
no. Yeah, getting there? No. Because it sounds like they're on the move.
right, but what I'm saying, I'm trying to get an idea of pace. Because like, how long have we been out of Hradivaz?
I don't know, man. You'd have to count days by miles to get to Gordon's check, plus the night you spent there.
Well, 'cause I mean, the
One,
thing is,
two,
we came
three,
this way around the
4.
clock.
Like a week.
We came this way around the clock. He
including
came-
this, which was a day's travel
Yeah.
in between.
Like a week.
Yeah.
But we basically, if Hradivaz is at 12 o'clock, we came around to the 6. In that time, he's moved from the 12 to roughly the 9, right?
Right.
So, like, realistically speaking, if he keeps that same pace, we have a week and a half-ish before he's knocking on the door of the kingdom. Assuming he's coming here.
I would say less than that.
Well, we traveled this way a lot faster than he traveled that way. And I assume maybe this sleeping has something to do with it.
True.
I'd
But what's
say probably a
interesting
week
is
or less.
if he came this way, then why were the hordes of people going into the mountains?
To sleep.
Right, but I don't understand what the goal is here.
He started here. Those people went from Hradivaz into the Vormittenhorn.
Right, but why did he go this way if all of his cult went the other way?
He
Too
wasn't
big.
following the cult.
Correct.
Well, because he's a giant frog monster who probably couldn't fit through the mountain.
Well, but they're not leaving the mountain. They're going in and going to sleep and
Right.
doing the
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. That's why he didn't go through that. Like, I'm assuming that this cult, like, spread. Like, some went to the mountain. Some has gone this other direction and is circling, essentially coming down here. And I'm assuming another one's already heading towards
Maybe.
Lawrenceburg, like, at
I
this
mean,
point.
that would make the most tactical sense, yes. But they don't appear to be moving tactically, I guess I would say.
I mean, 2/3. At least we have them going 2 different directions or
Yeah.
2 different ways. So
But the ones going into the mountains aren't coming out.
no,
It's not like they're doing a pincer formation. They're going up there and fucking off.
or securing a pass.
Maybe. I'm just curious as to what his motivation is. Were there any cultists with him?
Oh, you're talking to the guy?
Yeah.
Very few. Most of them were creatures.
His whole point wasn't that he wanted people to sleep. Because he gets power from them being asleep.
He gets larger when he eats. You noticed that when he took Hradivaz.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of an all-consuming thing. Like, that makes sense. It's gluttony. And sloth. And frog.
As you guys all kind of are bickering back and forth about what to do, where to go, she kind of just throws a hand up and says, "We'll go to Vax. And when he slumbers there, we'll take out as many of his horde as we can."
Now, he usually slumbers after he eats,
Yes.
right? So you're going to let Vax be devoured.
Sacrifice of thousands will save thousands more.
Well, why don't we just not let him do that?
We don't have the power to destroy him yet. We have to dwindle him down.
Which way does the river run?
I would say from the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I understand geographically that makes the most sense, but that doesn't mean Lucas knows that.
He wowed us all.
I know. Because I was going to say, man, the river would be faster if it flows the other direction.
No, it wouldn't. 'Cause it's from both sides going down, and that's coming off of that one going down, and then down.
Well, maybe Vax is where the Great Divide is. Lucas?
I don't know. There's no source to this branch. So
Well, the other mountains are over here. They're labeled right there. I can't
right, and I'm looking at the wider map. They hit mountains. There's like no source. So the source, theoretically, is out of view.
There's like a ocean somewhere way out that way.
Right.
Based on this map, yeah.
Which, according to the map that I'm looking at with that ocean, does not connect to these rivers.
I haven't looked at that big map.
So I'm
in a
trying to
while.
get
I was
at.
trying to find it, but I don't think it's in this book.
Where's
It's
the
in-
Great Divide, Lucas?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if the source is here,
Yeah.
then
The Basilian Sea
right.
connects to this whole inlet and flows in.
Right. That's not where we are. Again, I looked at the map too.
Presumably it flows.
Or maybe it flows. It probably flows
flow-
out.
They probably flow straight south. Yes,
Yeah.
most rivers do dump into the
Flow
ocean.
out into the ocean.
Right.
Yeah, I would presume that it does go the other way. So really, we just have to move probably at a slow pace, right? Well, how fast is a slow pace?
14 miles.
14 miles. So you're talking extra days.
1, 2, 3. So we're talking like 4 days to get to Vax.
Why do you
Normal pace
suggest-
gets us into.
Yeah, why do you suggest a slow pace?
Because I would like to go with an army. And armies typically, historically, don't move quickly.
The army's going. One way or another, you're getting an army.
We're not going to be ahead of it.
I mean, it's barely over 2 days. It's 2.5 days.
Definitely not being ahead of that. Oh, man. Why is mine so long?
How big is the river there? About that big.
Yep, thanks. Is that a bridge?
Where? Between Vax and...
Between Vax and...
Yeah. There would be a bridge there.
How big of a bridge? What kind of a bridge?
I don't think the giant frog monster is going to care how big it is. He's going to get through the river.
Well, I mean, he still has to physically make it. So that's why I asked how big the bridge is.
I would say as wide as that white road is.
Well, no. Again, to Flynn's point, why are we sacrificing a city?
Because that's when he sleeps. That's her point. She wants to sacrifice the city because when he sleeps, his
How
minions
fast can
sleep.
you move?
His lower level minions do not sleep. You can then attack and kill them and dwindle his
I can go
army.
fast.
That's the plan.
Yeah, but I don't like her plan.
She says while he's asleep, then we can either attack him or tactically move around.
How long until we expect him to be in Vax?
So I was trying to gauge.
It's a couple thousand people there. For him, could be hours, could be a day. I don't know.
No, to get from where he is currently to Vax.
Oh.
Like, is he a slow boy?
I mean, you got to imagine he's at least
He's
slow pace.
He's going to be... he is probably slow paced because he's such a large creature.
So that's 1, 2, 3.5, 4 days.
Probably. But by the time the scout had gotten here, he will have already woken up and would have been on his way. So he's already on his way.
Yeah.
So there may be a
we
day,
don't know that.
a day and a half of time he's already gotten.
What's going on in Saratod?
It's just a small village, so there wouldn't be more than a couple hundred people there.
Do you think he's going to munch him?
I mean, probably, but it wouldn't be that much. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
enough to fill him.
Be more of a snack.
It'll slow him down a little bit.
Yeah.
What? Man. That bridge in the water, though, seems like a real nice thing to have there.
I mean,
Like, just...
if this is 35 miles,
Right, that bridge is fucking huge.
3 miles long.
It's probably accurate. Yeah.
Right. So how about we make that bridge not be there? Particularly should make that bridge not be there when the frog is on the bridge. That seems to me like a great way to solve our problem.
Well, if we can get there before he can, I can make a lot of explosives.
Well, if you remember, the first time you met Sithagwa, he burst from underground. So whether the bridge is there or not, he will find a way to Vax.
That's true. If he gets to Vax and there's no one there, what's his next move?
Should probably go to the
He'll
next
go
place,
to the
yeah.
next place he can eat.
And that'll be here.
Well, that's the thing. All we've seen him do is move and eat and move and eat. If you remove a meal, what does he do?
Moves on to the next place to eat.
Does he eat his minions?
No.
What's the nature of his hunger? How hungry a boy is he?
He hungry boy. Big hungry boy.
But what I'm saying is, we drop that bridge, we save Vax.
You
You delay
you
Vax.
delay Vax, but you don't save Vax.
We don't know that. Lucas, as the DM, can continue to shake his head no, but we as our characters wouldn't know that.
I would logically think that a giant frog is no problem crossing a river.
To Flynn's point, how big is that? That's why I asked how big that fucking bridge is, because at 35 miles, if that's like,
Again, it's going to slow him. It will not stop him. Like removing the bridge would slow him. If we were trying to evacuate and save people, yes. But this thing is going to move to the next thing to eat.
right. But I'm saving what I can while I can.
No, I don't disagree, but we that's
Because how long, if he's that hungry, how long does it take him to starve? Does it change his motivation? Does he eat his minions? Because to me, we have no idea that we can actually damage him while sleeping. So I think it would be cool to take out the bridge.
I do too. I'm not arguing that point. I'm just saying, trying to convince Queen Stick Up Her Butt.
We don't have to. We just have to get there faster
Well,
than she does.
That's fair.
That's why I was asking Flynn how fast we could move.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I don't know, maybe Flynn's got a spell that's fly like the eagles or some shit, and we could be there tomorrow.
I mean,
Fly like a bird anyway. I don't know.
I actually might have something.
I kind of was hoping you did. You're a druid, man.
Hold on, let me look at some things.
I like the idea that we're all standing at her table talking about this while she's like standing there.
I mean, she's taking in the information you have. You guys have seen more than she has.
But she wasn't, though, because she's being a right bitch.
Well, you talked her out of that.
But no, I don't know how long it would take an army to get there, but I imagine it would take some time.
So we're trying to get to Vax as fast as we can.
Yes.
which we can get there in a day and a half. Less than. I mean, honestly, if we go fast. If it's 30 miles at a fast pace.
Gotta go fast.
That's 3/4 of the way. In a day. So we're looking at a little over a day to get to Vax if we go fast.
What determines fast?
this.
Just the pace.
The pace.
Okay.
That's essentially saying how fast you can move in a day. So normal pace, it's 24 miles. Fast pace, it's 30.
Okay. What if we were flying?
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
That's should be significantly faster than a fast pace.
I doubt he's going to give us much more than a day.
Flight is just faster.
I know, but
He has to be an ass about it somehow.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's be honest,
talking
we've
about-
all met him.
Well, no, because I just remember that spell that somebody had where we fucking turned into clouds and like we cloud walked. I know Flynn doesn't have cloud walking, but like
I mean, we're trying to help out a royal. Why don't they just give us mounts at this point?
well, I'm sure they would, but the thing is that like realistically speaking, like a group of several thousand people would take forever to travel 40 miles. Like it would not be quick and easy.
You're not
I would-
incorrect.
I would be okay if they were on the slow pace and we were on the fast pace because we would beat them there and have 2 days. But I don't know that that's what he's thinking. So just curious if Flynn had something that would narratively get us there faster. That
Might get you there faster, but it's not going to take. You won't be able to get the entire army there.
not worried about the army.
What are the size differences between Hanovan, Vax, and Dross? Relatively the same.
They're relatively so. Yeah, based on the book, all towns are between 1,200 to 3,000 people, and all villages are between 200 and 500 people.
Because that's going to be the next thing. Like, let's say we destroy this bridge, and that stops them from going this direction. The next choice is to go back to here. If hunger is
Maybe.
the only driving force.
Like I said, I don't know how deep the river is there. Is that a ravine? Is that a puddle? Is it a I don't know.
It looks like a pretty healthy river.
I would agree.
If we destroy the bridge, then how does my army get there to defend it?
We're not talking about the bridge destroying with you.
Vax is on this side of the bridge.
But if he goes that way, how do we get there?
Ford the river.
I just did math.
Oh yeah.
Does it hurt?
No. We can travel 137 miles in 8 hours with my plan.
Nice.
So we could get there in a couple hours.
Now we're talking.
How many people can that move?
8.
For how long?
8 hours, I think.
8-hour spell.
Oh, wait, hold on. That complicates it a little bit. Hold on 1 second.
I like the idea that we jump off of a tower at several hundred feet and start going, and then like 30 seconds into the trip, it's like the goddamn Wright brothers. We just start.
Okay, we can only do it for an hour
Although 137 miles
in 8 hours.
in 8 hours
So,
is not as far as you think it is.
That's a third. I mean, that's less than a third of the way. So we're still looking at a couple of hours. So, I mean, yeah. So, like, we can make up most of the distance in that hour.
While you guys are still deliberating, she's continuing to talk to her advisors and looks at you and says, "It would mean a lot to have you by my side, and you can either ride with our lancers, you can walk with our footmen, or you can take one of our war wagons.
Or we get there first and be big damn heroes.
It'll still take us a day.
Yeah,
It'll still take us a day, at least.
correct.
Because it's 17 and change. With your
so
thing.
if we only do 4 of us, in 1 hour, we can get... Wait, no, we could do 2 hours. So we could technically do like 34 of the miles in 2 hours.
So, yeah.
And then the last 6,
We'll call it half a day.
yeah.
I like this plan. Because I like getting ahead of her.
Well, let me check one more thing. The timing's going to be tricky. I'm going to have to thread the needle. It's going to work, though.
What does that mean?
That's usually
when I say land.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we have to. Yeah. So why? Yeah. We don't. Let's not take any chances.
fly low.
Yeah.
We're gonna Vietnam chopper this. Like we're gonna be just over the ground.
What if we flew at an angle?
Oh, God.
Where's the wind blowing?
Maybe the rest of the way we can land in the
So
water.
There you go.
So I'm gonna make sure I prep my featherfall spell ahead of time. Got it.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Oh no, then we
Because that can affect all of us.
In that case, then we do the angle. Use the momentum. We'll get there in no time.
Jesus, how long does featherfall last? Jesus.
I'm pretty sure it lasts.
let's see hit the
I'm gonna
ground.
do
It
the math
lasts
one
a
more
long
time, just to make sure you're
time.
not shortchanging us.
It's like you get.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Make sure I know the duration of that spell before we do this nonsense.
feet per minute.
Jesus.
My other thought was fortunate son.
Yeah.
Featherfall lasts a minute. But again, we only need it in the last minute.
Stay close to me, everybody.
18 miles in an hour. So we can get 36 miles in 2 hours. We have 4 miles to go, and we can hoof it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see here.
I somehow have a feeling this totally fucks Lucas's plan. But let's get there fast. Gotta go fast.
Duration 1 minute. Descends to 60 feet per. Okay. Okay. If we do decide to start falling from a distance, stay close, guys.
We'll hold hands.
No, we invert like those people doing the halo jumps and just shoot towards the ground. You just gotta cast Featherfall before any of us hit it.
He has to be touching us, I'm pretty sure.
I don't have to be touching you, but you guys do have to be close enough for it to be in effect.
Range is 60 feet. Never mind. Yeah.
Range is 60 feet. Yeah, just you know,
yeah. No problem.
stay close enough.
Yeah.
Like nobody go off to like, oh hey, boom.
Paint it. Paint
Uh,
it black.
I've
Yes, Lucas.
got that ready. Somebody animate this shit.
Yeah, we slow to 60 feet per round, so that's 360 feet in that minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
You're gonna land
Yeah.
somewhat comfortably.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried. Just be within 60 feet of him. That's the only. That's the kink.
That's the caveat. Stay close.
Thoughts, Lucas?
I don't really know what your plan is because I was in the bathroom part of it. So
Oh, so
going
much
to-
fun.
We're going to move ahead as the vanguard because Flynn says he can get us there in a few hours.
to Vax,
Yes.
To Vax.
and then what?
We will assess the situation when we get to Vax.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Ready?
We were trying to get tactical information on Vax, which was not super forthcoming, so I feel like if we go to Vax, he will read us a description, and then we can assess the tactical situation. Which I believe should involve rigging the bridge with thermite.
Yeah, everybody's got thermite in their pocket.
I don't know if I have the knowledge for thermite yet.
We gotta level up. We gotta do some grinding on the way.
Those 5 grenades you made, it's gonna really do the job.
It might. I don't know.
That-
What's the bridge made of? Wood?
I've been working on my off hours while we've been exploring stuff. I've got up to 12
Flynn, you got
now.
shape wood?
I got up to 12 now.
Actually,
It's like,
I've been at it. I've been working on
very
it.
large,
I can put these people to
large
work.
stone
I'll
structure.
put all these
Okay,
townsfolk
you got
to work.
stone shape?
That's what I'm saying.
Every 5 feet.
Hey, if we
Just the right 5 feet.
say if you get there 2 days before he does, that gives you a lot of time to prep.
All right, we
I
going?
don't know why you're waiting on me. I'm looking at other stuff.
Just keep looking at explosives because I'm looking to you next. We're like the goddamn A-team. I'm moving down the row of people who are going to be useful. Explosive guy is going to be next useful guy, I feel like. If not, water guy, start looking at water stuff.
Give me enough people, enough materials, and I'll lead them all to making explosives.
I think you're vastly misjudging my water capabilities.
Well, start looking. Aquaman, call them goddamn fish. Sharks, something.
Yeah. you know,
Freshwater sharks.
all those land sharks.
Hey, they're delicious.
So what are you telling her?
We're scouting ahead.
Scouting ahead.
Yeah.
To do what?
That's the situation. That's
Scout.
facts.
Do you have
We
any
know
more
the
scouts
situation.
reporting back?
Yeah.
She looks to her advisor, who nods. Because
What-
there are many scouts out right now.
And
Okay.
do any of them have sending stones or magical abilities to tell us what's actually going on?
No.
All right.
Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. Metaphorically, of course.
Oh, yeah. Metaphorically.
Well, you know.
Some of us have the ability, you know. Do you do your court wizards or your arcane folks around here not have the ability to send messages?
No one in her advisor is a wizard. If that's what you're asking.
We'll just leave a sending stone. Is this thing on?
Hello.
No, turn it to channel 8.
Just the antenna.
I do like how they utilized them in the movie.
Yeah, that is such a good movie.
That is one pudgy dragon.
She is, though.
shot.
She's well known for being a pudgy
Yeah.
dragon.
I think it's R.A. Salvatore, right?
I
Developed
don't
her.
remember Thimbershad.
Yeah.
It was adorable. Adorable
Very
death.
good.
Adorably terrifying.
Well, that's dragons in a nutshell.
I don't know. She appears in Abyss. How old's Abyss, though?
It's pretty.
It's pretty new, right?
Yeah.
Fairly new.
When we
2012,
played
2013.
Isabel when it came out.
So she's sending her vanguard now, traveling at a slower pace.
She's talking to you for mustering all of her troops.
Okay.
So that is the next step.
That's her intention.
So then she speaks to her advisors, who will then now go muster their troops to get ready.
Okay.
You guys muster. Well, we're gonna scout ahead. Right now.
Roll me a deception check.
Beluska do.
It's not a
we can do.
deception. Those are facts.
Just roll me a deception check, because I know that you're trying to do something else.
Like, wait, what? What do you mean we're doing something else?
23.
Ooh.
It's fair. She just kind of nods.
Beluska do. We can too.
All right. We out.
Oh no, you gotta explain it to us. This plan.
Yeah,
All right,
does this
come
work?
on, everybody. Come on, fellas. Let's go outside. I'm going to take everybody outside. I'm going to cast Conjure Woodland Beings and summon 8 pixies.
8 pixies.
8 pixies. 4 pixies are going to cast Polymorph on the 4 of us into giant eagles.
Mm-hmm.
The other 4 pixies are going to ride on our backs because this only lasts an hour. So when I say land, y'all better land.
And so how many d6 do we get to roll when you fall?
Depends on... Oh, you can also just fly close to the ground.
My
wanna
question
play it
is, what's
safe.
with the secondary pixies?
Yeah, well, I was actually curious.
Because in an hour,
Cast it
We're
again.
gonna cast it again.
we're casting it again for the second hour.
Ah,
So we get 2 hours, 36 miles.
How long can you call woodland beings? How long do they stick around?
1 hour. So that's why, like, 59 minutes and 30 seconds. We land, they cast, they're going to disappear. We're off.
I think I'm going to need a luck check to make sure that you
Nah, I got this
cast
plan.
it in time.
It's like
If
that.
you all
It's
fall,
a
you
dementia
all
thing.
fall.
You're going 1, 2, 3.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
Wait.
No, no counting.
One.
Damn, I gotta start again.
1 Mississippi.
My fancy gadget boy. Do you have any sort of timekeeper?
I never
Just
thought
say
about
yes.
making one.
Just say
yet.
yes. Lucas won't know.
God, yes and.
Actually, I did make something like that recently. Did
Fuck
you want
yeah.
one?
Yes,
I had some
please.
downtime because the DM kept on messing with me.
I made the sundial out of a paperclip.
I do like the idea of the intelligence check though, to see whether or not we totally fuck this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's fair. You are cutting it within 30 seconds to a minute.
I mean, here's the thing. If I want to sacrifice a mile, I can take 5 minutes off of it. But if we wanted to maximize...
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
fall
Like, we'll
for
play
5
it-
minutes and then cast.
No.
Why are we falling? We're flying like 10 feet off the ground.
He's just saying he stops, we land, cast it again, and then fuck off some more.
No,
Yeah.
I
So we
like
might
the
lose a
plan.
mile, but
Yeah.
it would be playing it safe.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
I mean, I don't know how you'll hold the pocket watch while you're flying, but yeah, I got one.
All right. When I transform, I want you to fix it to my beak. So I'm looking at it.
Oh, that's good. Because the first thing I would say is Lucas is now you got people who aren't on the same time. Because he's got to
You're
wait for
okay.
you to cast. Yeah, you could get that all off sequence and stuff.
All right. So when I cast, I turn into an eagle. You affix it. The rest of the pixies will cast on you.
I'll just use wire and attach it to your face, I guess. Okay. This will not be comfortable.
Let's do this.
Let's
Alright.
do this.
Pixie magic.
That's a...
Ring. I don't know what sound pixies make.
Sure.
Apparently they sound like a rotary phone.
Da 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 da.
Insert rotary phone sound here.
Sweet. That's impressive. So we make it to almost essentially to Vax within 2 hours.
Yep.
So you stop halfway. You have to land halfway. Right?
Yes.
Before
Land,
getting the back.
recast, and then head. So if you want to say 35 miles, because we played it safe, we get 35 miles of the 40.
Okay.
In 2 hours.
Right. And then you do it again.
No, that's it.
No. Yeah.
I have 2 hours, so we get 35, and then we're hoofing it.
So we're 5 miles outside of Vax now.
Okay.
Is what he's saying.
On the road again.
After this is done.
You can see that there are some small pillars of smoke coming in that direction of the town.
That doesn't seem good.
Mm-mm.
But you can continue toward Vax if you wish.
Well, yes, that's what we came for.
The closer you get, you begin to see people leaving the town, headed your direction.
Are they cloaked?
No.
Oh, good.
That's a good first question.
I mean, yes, but not in green cloaks, if that's your question.
Cloaked in flame. Oh, God.
I'm a dragon. I'm mildly colorblind. I can't tell. I just start setting everybody on fire.
There you go.
They all just die.
He's wearing a cloak. Blam. Boom. Headshot.
If only every time. God, if it worked like that.
We'll snag one of the passerby and ask them what has happened. Why are you fleeing?
These creatures are showing up in Vax.
What kind of creatures?
I've never seen them before. I don't know what they are.
What size are these creatures?
Some our size, some quite larger. Fly.
Was there a very, 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 very big creature with them?
No.
Theoretically, we have some time.
Let's say the ghoul is already sprinting into Vax to be a big damn hero.
Go get him,
Are
kid.
you slow?
30
Okay.
feet.
All right. And
You're
30.
She's a spry lady.
31 feet with a
lady.
walker. So you guys are just gonna haul ass into the town
Yep.
as people were rushing out.
Yeah.
barring anything getting in our way, yeah.
All right.
Why not?
You begin to hear screaming. You begin to hear. People are trying to rush out. Some of them have kind of soot and charring on their clothing. You can see that there is smoke rolling in various areas of the town. It's not, like I said, it's not a massive place, not a full city. Like I said, a few thousand people that live here.
It's massive compared to where Flynn and I grew up.
True. It's like 2 red keys.
That's way more than 2. That's 2 red keys when we were kids, not 2 red
true.
keys now.
Still only has
What
one
is
stop.
the? Because it used to be like 1,400.
It's like 800,
Oh,
600.
yeah.
Yikes. Got to bring that restaurant back. It brings people in.
I need to look up that thing because I think you fought one before. As you guys kind of enter the city, you hear shrieks and shrills from above you. There are debased serpent folk kind of prodding people to further into the middle of the town. You see Vormai walking around with swords and blades doing the same thing. It appears as if they are sort of gathering people into a central area, attempting to, while others are escaping. But you do see plenty of dead bodies around you as well. Those who have probably tried to fight back and did not succeed.
Well, I think that we should prevent the gathering of food sources.
Yep.
How many combatants do we see at the moment? Give or take?
Let's see. 5 serpent folk. Let's roll 1d6. Another 5 Vormai. We were home. Cody got a new toy, and we now have a television laying in the middle of the table with a map on it. And he's got this cool program that has some animated little homes with smoke coming out of them. It's really nice, actually. And within the past 5 minutes, he's just sort of randomly made a map.
Like I said, if you'd have said I need a couple cityscapes that are on fire, I might have been able to do that. That smoke effect's pretty cool, though.
It is pretty sweet.
Clearly, this was not in my plan.
Yep.
Improvise, motherfucker. Such a stupid show.
So these guys are all sort of gathering civilians and trying to hoard them toward the center of the city, which is toward Alex. I know I don't have the right minis because they don't make them. All of these little guys that look like the cloaked figures, those are Vormai, as is this one, which looks a slightly different Vormai. And then the 3 brown figurines are debased serpent folk with bows and arrows. The other 2 teal ones have spears. And as of right now, they don't really see you because they're pretty occupied with gathering a food source for their lord.
Surprise round. Cool. Can I do a thing?
Motherfucker. Thank you all for listening. The Big Sleep was written by Sandy Petersen and Jonah Baumgars. Music by Ian Shannon. You can find us online at rancorsbrothel.com or join in the conversation on Facebook at Fans of the Rancors Brothel.